Welcome to Star Watch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Imagine walking into a world-class racing event, expecting roaring engines and flashing lights, only to be greeted by hundreds of glowing red wedding banners, each one shouting the same line. Wang Yibo is Xiao Zhan's husband. What was supposed to be a motorsport showdown suddenly transformed into what looked like a giant wedding ceremony. Welcome to Star Watch Now, where we dive into the most surprising, emotional, and unforgettable moments in the world of entertainment. Stay with us, because this story is more than just fun. It's about passion, fandom, and the incredible bond between stars and their fans. At the Shanghai International Circuit, an atmosphere unlike any other unfolded, one that went far beyond the thrill of engines and competition. Instead of the sea of green banners that usually accompany Wang Yibo at his racing events, the stands glowed with a striking red. Fans held enormous wedding-style posters, each one emblazoned with the same bold message. Wang Yibo is Xiao Zhan's husband. From every angle, the racing arena seemed less like a sports venue and more like the set of a surreal wedding celebration. The sound of engines roared beneath a canopy of laughter, cheers, and disbelief. And in that moment, motorsport collided with fandom in a way few could have ever imagined. Wang Yibo himself stood at the center of this unexpected spectacle. When he appeared, his expression was carefully measured. His smile faint, his eyes betraying both amusement and an unspoken weight. To the untrained eye, it might have seemed like simple joy, but to those who have followed him closely, it was a look layered with contradictions. There was pride because the sheer devotion of his fans is undeniable, but there was also helplessness, as if acknowledging that no matter how hard he tries to separate his personal life from his public roles, he cannot escape the script that fans continue to write for him. The sight of hundreds of banners transforming a prestigious racing event into a stage for imagined romance sparked waves of emotions across the crowd. Some people could not hold back their laughter at the absurdity of it all. Others were moved, touched by the intensity of love that has endured for more than 6 years since the Untamed first aired. There were also moments of quiet reflection, as many wondered what it must feel like for Yibo to stand on that podium, forced to accept an image of himself that is at once flattering and deeply restrictive. What happened that day in Shanghai was not just about fandom mischief or comedic exaggeration. It was about the enduring power of stories and the way they take root in people's hearts. Fans were not simply waving banners. They were clinging to a dream, one that has kept them connected to each other and to their idols long after the cameras stopped rolling. The Shanghai race was transformed into something unforgettable, not because of speed or victory, but because of the collision between reality and imagination. A reminder that sometimes the most powerful performances are the ones that were never scripted. 6 years have passed since the Untamed first graced screens, yet the devotion of CP fans toward Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan shows no sign of fading. What began as admiration for a story of brotherhood and destiny has evolved into a culture of its own. A shared dream that continues to bind people together across continents. For many, the series was not just entertainment. It was a moment in time that stirred emotions they had never felt before. The characters' bond, brought to life with sincerity and nuance, planted seeds of imagination that fans nurtured long after the final episode ended. Those seeds grew into communities, friendships, and creative movements that still thrive today. Every day, fans breathe life into this devotion in countless ways. Some return to the drama religiously, replaying scenes that once made their hearts flutter, finding comfort in the familiarity of the story. Others pour themselves into art, sketching, painting, or writing to capture emotions that words alone cannot hold. Online, digital galleries of fan art have become archives of shared memory, each drawing or story a declaration of love for something that once inspired them. Offline, people gather in restaurants, organize watch parties, or even form clubs with names that blur the line between fiction and reality, like wedding planning groups, dedicated to celebrating the imagined union of the two stars. But beyond the humor and exaggeration lies something profoundly human. The need to hold onto beauty, to preserve the fleeting magic of a moment that once made life feel brighter. Devotion like this is rarely about actors alone. It is about what they represent. For many fans, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan embody ideals of courage, loyalty, and tenderness. Supporting them is not simply an act of admiration but a way of keeping those values alive in their own lives. The CP becomes a vessel through which people express hope, resilience, and the longing for connections that transcend time. To outsiders, such passion may appear excessive, even irrational, but to those within it, it is a source of joy and belonging. In a world where people often feel isolated, the CP fandom offers community. It offers laughter, purpose, and companionship. That is why, after 6 years, the fire still burns. What endures is not only the memory of a drama but the emotional resonance it left behind, reminding us that stories can outlive the screen and transform into living bonds that shape the way people dream, love, and connect. What happened at the Shanghai racing event did not remain within the boundaries of one city or one fandom. The images of red wedding banners declaring Wang Yibo as Xiao Zhan's husband spread across social media in a matter of hours, sparking conversations in every corner of the globe. What made this moment so extraordinary was not just the spectacle itself, but the way people from different cultures interpreted it through their own lenses. For some, it was comedy. For others, it was art. For many, it became a mirror reflecting how stories travel beyond their origins and take on new meanings wherever they land. In South Korea, where fan culture often builds imagined pairings within the K-pop world, the sight of wedding banners at a motorsport event felt oddly familiar. Korean fans saw in it the same intensity they recognize in their own communities, where fictional love stories between idols sometimes blossom into movements with astonishing staying power. In Japan, the phenomenon resonated deeply with a culture steeped in manga, anime, and drama pairings, where fans have long created entire universes from a single spark of chemistry. To them, the Shanghai banners were simply another extension of a tradition where imagination is not only accepted but celebrated. European audiences offered yet another perspective. In France, the event was described as a kind of living theater, a spontaneous performance staged not by actors but by their admirers. Commentators marveled at the creativity, comparing the red banners against the green racing backdrop to an avant-garde installation. Across Germany, Spain, and Italy, people reflected on how popular culture has evolved into something participatory, where fans no longer passively consume but actively rewrite the meaning of what they see. Even in countries like the United States, Canada, and Australia, the discussion turned toward questions of identity and fandom. Viewers noted that this was more than entertainment. It was proof of how modern audiences claim ownership of stories. The Untamed was not just a series. It became a canvas, and every banner in Shanghai was another brushstroke on a painting that now belongs as much to the fans as to the actors. What emerges from these diverse perspectives is a portrait of connection. The Shanghai banners were not only about Wang Yibo or Xiao Zhan. They were about the universal human desire to imagine, to belong, and to share joy across boundaries. In that sense, the event transcended fandom. It became a reminder that stories, once released into the world, can transform into something greater than anyone ever intended. Still, there's an important question. Are fans celebrating the characters, or are they projecting onto the real people behind them? For artists like Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, it's a delicate balance. They are grateful for the love, yet they deserve space to live as individuals. The banners were fun, yes, but they also reminded us how powerful imagination can be, and how easily it can blur with reality. Angle 1, respect. True love for an artist means appreciating their work without locking them into roles they never agreed to play in real life. Angle 2, inspiration. What fans really love may not be marriage itself, but the values of courage, loyalty, and beauty they saw in the Untamed. Instead of only creating wedding banners, fans could also host art exhibitions showing 6 years of CP-inspired creativity, organize charity events in Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's names, turning fandom power into social good, build global fan archives, preserving stories, artworks, and messages across countries. This way, the fandom becomes more than just fantasy. it becomes a positive force that inspires and connects people worldwide. The fact that fans are still this passionate after 6 years proves one thing. The Untamed is not just a drama, it's a cultural phenomenon. It continues to inspire laughter, art, friendships, and even life lessons. Whether you laugh at the banners or feel touched by the devotion, there's no denying the staying power of this story. So, what do you think? Were the wedding banners at Shanghai racing just a funny fan stunt? Or do they show us the incredible power of storytelling to shape our hearts and imaginations? One thing is certain. Wang Yibo is not anyone's husband. He is Wang Yibo. Xiao Zhan is not anyone's husband. He is Xiao Zhan. And yet, together, through their art, they gave us moments that will live forever. Thank you so much for watching Star Watch Now. If the story made you smile, laugh, or even think twice, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and of course, subscribe so you never miss the next big story in Asian entertainment. Stay inspired, stay positive, and keep watching with us. See you in the next video.